Hello class, today we will study the topic stability of colloids. Stability of colloids, here this topic very well we can explain by taking one theory which is called it as a DLVO theory. DLVO theory, what is DLVO theory? This theory has been discovered by the 4 scientists from whom we will name them. And DLVO means the first scientist name is Dirjagwin, Leonardo, Overbrick and Overwey. These are the 4 names of the scientists who has discovered this theory. So what is the main concept of this theory is, mainly this theory will discuss about the effect of potential difference or potential energy. The effect of potential energy with that of the, or we can say the relationship between the interparticle distance. As we know that the particles are present in the colloidal dispersion, so the distance between the particles and their effect on the potential energy it will be discussing, as well as it says about how much amount of electrolytes, how much amount of electrolyte is sufficient to have a very stable, we can say very stable colloidal dispersion. This is the main aim, this is the main basic concept of the DLVO theory. Now we will see, before going to discuss the DLVO theory, you have to understood certain points. The first and foremost important point is that, as I have told, interparticle distance. So first I will say, by taking 4 concepts into the consideration, think that we are having particles. We know that we are having more than one dispersed particle in the colloidal dispersion. So we will be having a particles. First we will say the particles which is having same charges particles we are having. Say for example, either the positive charges or either the negative charges. What will happen if we have the same charge particles? Same charge particles, due to the same charge on it, what will happen? There will be a repulsion in them. Even though we bring them, there will be a repulsion because of the similar charges on them. We have seen already, we know that similar charges repel each other. So this we will designate in DLVO theory as a VA, that is VR, that is electrostatic repulsive force. Electrostatic repulsive force, VR, that is similar charges having the similar particles having the similar charges repulse each other, that will be designating as a VR. And this is mainly depends upon the density, thickness of the double layer. This is mainly depends upon the density of the particle and the thickness of the double layer and the surface charges which is present on them. These are the 3 points, or these are the 3 points which contributes to the VR, that is electrostatic repulsive force. Secondly, we will see what happens if we have taken the particles of dissimilar charges. We are having one positive charge and another negative charge. What will happen? As we know that we are having 2 different particles of 2 different charges, it will come close together. As we know that dissimilar charges attract each other. So this we will say VA, that is nothing but the van der Waals attraction force. VA is van der Waals attraction force, and it's mainly depends upon the surface charge. Again, the surface charge and chemical nature of the particles. It is mainly depends upon the chemical nature of the particles along with the surface charges of the particle. This is one I have discussed, VR, and another one is a VA. Another term you will come across here, VT. VT is net energy peak. Net energy peak means the algebraic sum of VA and VR. When we add up VA plus VR, we will get VT. That we will be calling it as a net energy peak. Then again another word we will come across, primary minimum and secondary minimum. So what will happen if the similar charges, we will brought together. So for example, similar particles of a similar charges we will brought together very forcibly with a lot of agitation. What we are doing, having the two particles with the similar charges close together. What will happen here? See here, I have shown pictorially the two particles. Two particles we are having. This is atomic orbital, the external layer. As we have applied the external force very predominantly, they come close to each other and the atomic orbital overlap. Here you can see the atomic orbital overlap together. Because of this reason, there will be increase in potential energy. Because of this reason, what will happen? Potential energy increases and this causes the precipitation. This causes the precipitation when we are taking the similar charges, particles with a similar charges, and we brought together them. We brought together them with the external force. So this is primary minimum. Secondary minimum. Here what will happen? We have the particles with the similar charges, but externally we are adding a oppositely charged electrolytes. Externally what we are doing? We are adding electrolytes, oppositely charged electrolytes. There what happens? The particle, due to the dissimilar charges, that is positive and negative, come close together. But the distance between them will be the 1000 to 2000 angstroms. But not this much they come close together. They will come close to each other, but with a intermediate distance, that is 1000 to 2000 angstroms. There we will have a aggregation. Then another one you will come across, VM we will say, that is net energy peak. Net energy peak we will say it is a sign of stability. Hope these all are the points you have understood. Now I will explain by taking the graph. As I have told, this DLVO theory basically explains the interparticle distance, the effect of interparticle distance on the potential energy. So this is the y-axis. Y-axis denotes potential energy, whereas the x-axis, it is nothing but interparticle distance. Interparticle distance, that is the distance between the particles, is the x-axis. Y-axis indicates potential energy. And this part is the positive and this part is the negative. So what happens, say for example, first I have taken two particles of a similar charges. What will happen? This I have shown with the black color pen. You can see repulsive force. We have to plot from here to here it is, and I have designated VR, that is electrostatic repulsive force will occur, which mainly depends upon the density, surface charges and thickness of the double layer. So this is the curve. Then second point, what happens if we have taken oppositely charged particles, that is one is positive and another one is negative. This I have shown with the blue color. What happens there? Attraction will take place, and this is the curve VA. I have designated as a VA, that is van der Waals attraction force, which mainly depends upon the chemical nature and surface charges of the particle. So then the third point, what happens if the two particles of a similar charges I have taken with the external force, I have brought them together with the external force. What happens here? The atomic orbital overlap with each other and their potential energy increases predominantly. Here you can see this I have written with the red pen, and here I have shown red color. Their predominant energy increases. It keeps on increases up to this extent. Then later on, as I keep on adding this one doing particles, this is VA, yeah, up to this it will occurs. Then later on it falls here. When it falls here, when I have taken the particles with the similar charges and I have added electrolytes. When I have added oppositely charged electrolytes, what will happens? This you can see here. It is, I have shown, rather than taking like this, it have come to, you can see, attraction. Attraction means dissimilar particles. I have added electrolytes, due to which what will happens? Electrolytes, attraction will takes place. Then later on, as I keep on increasing the electrolytes, it will forms again plus minus, again it comes to neutral here. Then again it falls to attraction will be predominance. So this again we will designate it by secondary minimum, that is attraction will be predominant, and this is the primary minimum. And here also we will say attraction, but here it is the aggregation we will say. Here it will be the, we will say precipitation, or we can say here it is this primary minimum is not useful, we will say. Why means, because here what happens, you can take the example of flocculated suspension. What will happens in that suspension? The formation of the cake, hard cake we can say, formation of hard cake, it will form in the primary minimum, whereas in the secondary minimum it will form the cakes. Attraction will be there and there will be a formation of cake, or the flocculation we can say, easily we can say flocculation. Aggregation of particles will be there, but it will be in such a way that as we have this made by the addition of electrolytes, there will be a building blocks of positive, negative, positive, negative. What will happens? With a little agitation, it will redisperse easily. It will redisperse easily. In suspension, if you have to say this, we will call it as a controlled flocculation. But in your colloidal dispersion, we will say this is the best stability we can say, or we will say the VM, that is the net energy peak. Net energy, the height of the net energy peak will decides the amount of electrolytes to be added. If it is up to this or if it is up to here, then it is feasible, but it should not come to this, that is primary minimum we will say. Or totally, if I had to say in summary, means I can say the aggregation of colloidal dispersion takes place when, which will be stabilized when the kinetic energy is sufficient to surmount the potential energy. Means where we are having more kinetic energy than the potential energy, we will have a stabilized colloidal dispersion. Surmount means हावी होना बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. Surmount means हावी होना, means more than that. It dominates. If the kinetic energy dominates the potential energy, then we will have a stabilized colloids. Hope you have understood. You have to understand all these factors, this force, what will happen if you have taken the particles like this, then this theory. And in summary, in conclusion, if the kinetic energy surmounts the potential energy, then we will get a stabilized colloidal dispersion. Thank you.